It's reconnected.
Oh, I suppose it's...
All right. We're back. Brad's giving a countdown. Hotspot in 3, 2. Jeremy lost the pulse of the internet.
Yep.
Well, we're
Dang
back.
it.
You don't want to throw this back in the window?
Yeah, I can.
I have no idea why that disconnected.
Should we brag about what else we're on now?
On crack? I mean, like, it's cool, but only if you live within, like, 5 miles of here.
Well, they could watch it. They could figure out a way to get streamy legal cable TV. They could watch the episodes without lag issues.
Yeah, that's
Wouldn't be
true.
live.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
So he says, so this hot chip y'all were talking about. We basically got to the end of that.
Well, no, we had done the hot chip episode. I bought a spare, and we're gonna send it to Gabe.
Yeah.
Eventually.
I
for
still
episode
have it.
300, we'll get it to him.
Right.
Yeah, no. So our local cable access channel is now airing reruns of Rise of the Podcast 4 times a week.
How cool is that? I mean, that's cool.
Yeah.
It means something.
And did you say we're like 2 p.m. on Saturday or something like that?
It's Thursday and Saturday, basically like midnight, and then Thursday is 7 p.m. and Saturday is 2 p.m. 2:06.
We got like 2 primetime slots. 2
So-
awesome
Solid.
slots. I'm
Yeah, like I was joking with my sister. It's like all those old ladies trying to catch the church reruns are gonna be forced to watch us instead.
oh, right.
Exactly.
So
Do they get any type of knowledge of like how many people are watching Cat 7 or any type of feedback?
there's gotta be a ratings breakdown and stuff because that stuff comes up like you want to talk about some boring stuff.
We don't have to get too far into it, but yeah.
But yeah, there's you get Nielsen reports and stuff like that if you're operating a television thing or whatever they have access to.
What we should do, and I don't expect to get a whole lot, but either on the Discord or in an email, I'm very, very excited for the new set. It's gonna solve a lot of issues. We're gonna have the good internet connection. It's gonna be you're gonna be hardwired in.
You guys are gonna see us in 8K
Yeah,
somehow.
8K,
I'll find a
right.
way to upscale this baby.
You're not gonna have corners in the set anymore. We're gonna have. I think we can just do a better, softer light setup. So the lighting's gonna be better.
Well,
and
if we can fix the other chair, we could do, the couch in the middle, 2 chairs on the side. So if we
Yeah, we
have
could have-
guests, we can have multiple guests.
we can have
Yep.
4 guests, right? We could even do as many as we want, technically.
Well,
It would be 4 people total. You could have 2
Yeah,
guests.
so it'd be 2 guests.
Yeah, 4 people total, 2 guests.
Yep.
Yeah, it just I'm excited for what we're gonna have the capability
Yep.
of doing. So
Both Cam and Gabe said that it's awesome that we're airing on local television.
it's fun. Yeah, it's fun. It's
Yeah.
like you guys have been with us for how long, and you got to like watch us grow, and we're gonna be going into the next step now. This is literally like we've watched Rooster Teeth, and we've got stage 1, stage 2. So that'd be stage 3.
I guess, yeah, technically it would be stage 3.
You know,
I mean, Brad saw it when it was stage 1,
And nothing
stage
else.
2. Oh, well, yeah, that's right. We were only
Yeah,
over
the
there because
first-
Annie had this as her
Yeah,
craft
that's right.
area. Still, this was a craft area.
you guys
I
don't know
mean-
the sadness too. I mean, you've seen the. I gotta put it all back. We are really, really grateful for the opportunity to use this space like we have. It existed because we have access to this space.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like having a turnkey operation is the reason why we've been able to come down here and be consistent with putting out episodes because we had a space where you don't have to set stuff and tear it up and down. And could you imagine having to like come and set this up every week? It
No.
would never have existed.
Yeah, we would have done like 5 episodes, and then it'd be like, this is stupid. Let's not do this anymore. But now because it's easy, we can be stupid and not have to work hard.
Yep. So that's really cool. Anyways, so the whole point I was saying on Discord or on email, it takes a community to Pixar gets in a room and they all put their heads together to come up with ideas for their story, and they get criticism and feedback, and they all keep each other in check. There's things you guys want to see us do, like a segment that you'd like to see, like have us pound home. Because we used to do like Star Wars leaks, but if there's a segment you want to see,
I mean, we still do Star Wars leaks, and I remember.
you want to see like this, like something on the set, or something that you'd like to see, like Kara play music, or something, or like a music area, or more guests or less guests, or only guests, and Kara and I are gone. Let us know, like write to us in the Discord.
I think it would be cool, like, to incentivize people to watch live if we did have like a post-show type of thing for like 15 or 20 minutes after the fact. It's like you don't get to see it in the like polished version, whatever. It's just
Right.
like only if you watch the live thing, you get like whatever this bonus thing is. I've been trying to figure out what that could be, but
Well, and so Restream is fun because like the chat comes up on the screen and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But it'd be fun if there was something a little bit more interactive too, where like people, like every single person who comments, they're going to be on Cat 7. Like,
that's true.
They're involved, which is kind of fun.
Yeah.
So it'd be fun to figure out a way to like incorporate somehow.
Gabe wants a segment called This Week on Movie/TV Sound Effects. Done by Kara.
Oh, Lord. I mean, it was a pretty mean Tuscan Raider, right?
Cam says we should definitely have a post show.
We've
Brad
done
says
a
when
couple.
we get emotes, it'll be more interactive. Same with channel points and stuff. Yeah, there's like once we can start doing extra streams.
That's all on Twitch,
That's all
right?
on Twitch. Yeah.
Yeah, we got to get our Twitch numbers up.
I mean,
Like-
right now it's Brad and Swanky, right?
Oh, there's other people that are in there.
Are there?
What's funny to me is we get a lot of actual random traffic from people stopping in on Twitch. They like
Yeah,
pop in
that's
and
true.
pop out.
That's true.
But yeah, I repaid for Restream today, the ability to hit multiple things.
So yeah, like because because we got Facebook. I know that Gabe uses Twitch, so like it probably wouldn't be too big of a deal. But like getting everybody to migrate to one spot would be kind of tough. But that might just be a Band-Aid we have to rip off at some point and be like, you're just going to here or whatever. So like,
Well, if we had the bandwidth for it, we can stream out to multiple places without needing Restream.
Jeremy,
But
lean this way. Keep leaning all the way towards me. Just towards me. Keep coming. Keep coming. Keep
this
coming.
seems dangerous.
Ow! What'd you do that for?
Swanky told me to.
Oh, you're so funny. See? It's that.
What? How did I miss that?
It was on Discord.
Oh my gosh. That's the power of joining the Discord, folks. You can make Kara mess with Jeremy.
Jeremy was so confused. You guys see that? He was like, what?
I was very confused too.
Oh, I thought I was gonna have to pull the old line. You can pick your nose. You can pick your friends. You can pick your friends, but you can't pick your friend's nose.
Yeah.
You can pick your nose, you can pick your friends, but you can't pick your friend's nose.
Yep.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, Swanky did the old end around.
Yeah. So that.
Brad wants to shock Jeremy out. That's what we should charge 50 cents for.
Yeah. Shock me live.
Yes.
Yep.
See, that's the type of fun like crowd interaction.
So here's
live
what you
stream.
do. For the lowest setting, it's 50 cents. And then as you go up, it increases by 50 cents.
So here's the question.
Brad alleges to have picked his friend's nose. I don't know if that's actually true.
Chip has picked my nose.
We picked
on a
Chip's
few-
nose.
We have.
We have a booger hook.
We do.
We use to like.
The old booger hook.
We use to clean his nose out.
I got Chip with the old booger hook today.
Gabe had a nice. Cool
Oh,
comment
Gabe
there.
says the secret to grow in Twitch is to stream for less than an hour so it raises the average viewer rating. Interesting.
Okay.
So
Well-
we should keep that in mind when we do spin out like
When we do the Nuzlocke and
yeah,
stuff.
yeah, different challenges.
Just Swank wants to know if Jeremy has a story about being shocked. You apparently weren't here
Oh, yeah.
for the 100th episode.
Which one? So like I'll tell a couple quick because we got a couple minutes to burn. So Swanky, some fun things. I used to just randomly update outlets in houses of people I know. So one time we had a really good time. We each held my friend's leg, and then I would touch the hot, and then my friend would touch the neutral. And if you just touch one and you don't complete the circuit, nobody gets shocked. Okay. So then what we did is our friend came in and we each grabbed his leg, and we grabbed his leg that completed the circuit. Well, the real shocking point would be where it like was the weakest, going from my hand to his leg. So that's where a majority of the shock would hold. So we like zapped him through his leg, so it would go up his leg, down around, and then back down. So he got zapped everywhere. I mean, when I always wire hot, and everybody think, but I do.
He
but I used
does,
to
and it
use,
kills
like,
me.
You know, in like Home Alone or whatever, when they like put the big rubber glove, like like kids put comical rubber gloves on for cleaning or whatever. That's how I would used to wire outlets. I was like, oh, the rubber gloves will protect me, which I think they did, or at least I never touched wires. But I mean, the first time I ever got shocked, I was doing with these old wires, and they have a memory because they've been around an outlet for so long. So I had the neutral, and then I put the neutral, and then I had the hot, and I moved the hot off to the side, and then while I was working with the neutral and trying to put it on the new outlet, it like sprung back really close to the back of my hand. I looked at it and thought, you bugger, you're supposed to stay off to the side. If you touch me, I'm going to get... And I got shocked because I went to grab it and put it back while holding on to the neutral. So I was like, oh, man, it was, that was one of them. I mean, my mom got shocked. The polarity, so the big plug and the little plug. The little side of the plug, if you don't have a grounding plug, the little side's hot, and the big side's neutral. Well, some plugs, like a phone charger, can go in either way, right? Because it takes AC and converts it to DC. So then it doesn't matter. There's no polarity. But if you wire an outlet and you change like a 2-prong outlet to a 3-prong outlet, but then you hook up the positive and the neutral backwards, the thing will still work, but the polarity is reversed. So on a refrigerator in the house we had, somebody wired the outlet wrong. Wasn't me. And
Brad says Thomas Edison over here.
the polarity was reversed on the plug for the refrigerator. So if you touched the shell of the fridge, it was actually hot. You had to touch something ground in order to complete the circuit. So my mom was leaning up against the radiator or the refrigerator, and she touched the radiator, and the radiator, of course, it works as a ground. So she got a really bad shock through the refrigerator because it was wired reverse. And so that's like an example of...
You've proven you have stories about being shocked.
Oh, lots
Much
of
less
them.
about the I thought you were going to go to getting shocked with the dog collar on the podcast.
Well, that's simple. That's just a
But-
little, like, that's easy. I'll get shocked with a
On
dog
our
collar.
100th podcast, we brought our dog collar in to shock Jeremy with, but
Well, it
it's
didn't
been
work. Go back and check out episode 100.
Yeah,
Spanky.
it's been so long since we used that one; it was dead. So Al brought in his dog
Fresh
shock
one.
collar that
I don't-
goes up to 80, and Jeremy on our 100th episode shocked himself at the highest setting, along with eating that hot chip.
I think that was in the 90s somewhere. I don't even think we'd even... It was for getting 300 subs that we did that. It wasn't...
Oh, it was 300 subs.
You're right.
David posted, because I was talking like moving everybody, whatever. He posted, "I'm here from Facebook and here from Twitch and here from YouTube."
Yes, David.
Way to boost our numbers, yo.
And Swanky says, "I've got shock stories too. You should send those in
Yeah,
a
type
listener
them in
mail."
Discord or listener mail. Listener mail will read, on the podcast, which is
Yeah.
really fun.
Unless
Unless you say don't read.
yeah, if you just want to share a personal story with us for us to appreciate in our own private, I don't know, I'm running out of words. But Cam says 120s tickle, 480 or 4160 are nasty.
Oh, yeah.
Like those are industrial
Yep.
levels.
Yep.
I would imagine would not be fun to play with. Or I guess it would be fun to play with. It wouldn't be fun to get zapped by. But okay, so I had a dream last night, and I want to talk about this. So I used to work at this gas station. You used to work there with me.
Yep.
And I've had a similar dream to this before, where for some reason I had to go back and work there.
Oh, yeah.
Those are the worst dreams.
Great, you have a lot. You have too many of those dreams. I'm just saying.
I feel like I've had so many jobs that I've absolutely hated in my life, and that's like the number one thing that I don't want to do is just have a job
Right.
that I hate. I like the job that I have now, and I don't want to lose it. But if they wanted to give me a raise, that'd be nice. But so I was back working. I was working midnights, and people were coming in. And the number one thing for some reason that like stresses me out is because tobacco products change all the time,
Right.
and they would change where they were in the store all the time.
Yep.
And people would ask for something, and I would have no idea where it was. And then they're like getting angry because I'm like, I don't know where that is, and it's like taking me a second to look for it, or whatever. And like people were getting mad, and it was overnights in general were fairly slow except for on the weekends.
Right.
Right. And there are some weekends that are just like insanely busy.
Deer opening.
Exactly. And it was one of those things where like it felt like my dream lasted like an entire 8-hour shift.
No.
And I'm just getting my butt kicked constantly by this rush of people. And I remember I was trying to do cash drop because you have to try and keep the cash
chill.
levels down. And the freaking safe wasn't working, so I had like a gajillion dollars in this thing, and I was like super paranoid somebody's gonna rob me. And then there are these people that are hassling me for these super specific cigarettes or something, and I had no idea where they were. I was finding stuff that was similar or the right brand but not what they wanted, and they were freaking out. They're like, "Oh, I didn't want the hard pack, I wanted the soft pack," stuff like that.
Oh, I forget about all of those little nuances.
And I do too for the most part, until my brain is like, "No, this is super important to really make you feel bad about yourself."
So I have some fun memories from the gas station, and so Chris is absolutely right. You had to keep the till constantly. It was doing a drop. You take the money out, you put it in, and then you drop it. And then, but the thing about cigarettes is when I worked at the gas station, I remember I was shocked. I thought it was an unbelievable amount of money. Cigarettes were $3.95. Camels were $3.95, and Marbs were $4.15. Somewhere right in that ballpark.
When I started, Camels were $2.90.
Dang.
Jeez. So somebody came in from New York, and they're buying tons and tons of cigarettes, more than I didn't know if I could sell them this many. And he was like, "Oh, I'm just passing through," but the New York, they're $8 a pack. And now, what are they now? They're that here.
They're
right?
like 10 or 11 a pack.
That's so much money. But then I remember all the stupid nuances. Like people had to have Marb no filter, soft pack, hundreds. I mean, just all the different things that they would. And then if we didn't have them, like either the soft packs we hardly ever sold.
Yep.
But they'd either be old and then people would like take them and get mad, or he'd be out and wouldn't be restocked, and they'd be super mad if they didn't have them.
Yep.
But man, how picky people over on the different types of smokes.
Yep. Yeah, it was ridiculous. Like I don't like that was just in particular like, and it got to like the end of the shift and nothing was resolved. Like whoever the manager person, figure that I made up in my brain.
Type in chat if you've deer hunted, because I have, but I just don't believe the activity at like 3 a.m.
Oh yeah.
On deer opening weekend. It was a herd of people that, I don't know, they just don't have any respect for each other. It's just mass chaos in a gas station at 3 a.m. on deer hunting.
Well, yeah, like, and you get like a bunch of people in giant trucks with trailers with like.
What's
quads
one
on
thing
them
you
and
never
stuff.
have to do? Normally, you don't have to keep like the hot stuff overnight. You got to like put freaking hot dogs on the rollers. You're putting out hot food for everybody. You're, at 3 a.m, coffee's getting drained constantly. You cannot possibly make it. It's not like there's enough grounds in existence to supply deer hunting opening.
Yeah, like you can make one pot at a time, and we had like 4 total pots, and they were all getting just like hemorrhaged.
Yes. Did you guys get swamped at Wendy's?
All the time. Are you kidding me?
Kara's like,
Yeah.
noobs. That's
Yeah.
any bus sporting event for us.
We got buses at the gas station. randomly,
Buses
too.
were the worst.
Especially, so
And I
some
worked
would
fast
courtesy.
food too. I've lived through the buses.
Some courtesy would call you guys, right?
Very rarely. Some would, but I mean,
Yeah,
a lot of
most
times
don't.
it'd just be like you'd see a bus pulling in. You'd kind of squint to make sure there are people in the bus, because occasionally a bus would pull in and literally it'd just be the bus driver.
Yeah.
But I mean, you start to see those kids pile off. It would be like you dumped a few bags of chicken nuggets down, because that's what they'd get a lot. And then
Yeah.
you'd slap down a bunch of of the smaller patties for the 99-cent burgers and stuff like that, because that's the other thing they'd buy. And lots of fries.
Yep.
Fries, nuggets, and
Kara's just
the
dropping
nice
right back in.
burgers.
Do you ever have a dream where you're sitting there and you're like lifting bowls of chili and?
I've had dreams working back at Wendy's. I had one dream I was working at Wendy's and there was a dragon trying to attack me.
What?
Yeah.
See,
It was
there's never a
weird.
fantastical element to mine. It's always just me having a stress dream about working a crappy job that I
Were
hate.
you tired after waking up? Like, I feel
Yeah.
if my dream felt, if I had a dream of Wendy's, feeling like I worked an 8-hour shift, like it literally felt like that, I would wake up and be like, I'm not doing anything today. I'm calling in sick to work. I can't do this. I can't work
Already
a double.
worked.
I can't work a double.
Already worked. She can't work anymore. She already worked. Yeah, the worst, I don't really have any bad job dreams or whatever, but I do have the sometimes wake up and I have a lingering feeling like I have a deadline that's overdue for a homework project.
Oh, I get those
Those
too.
are bad.
And
too.
those are just
Those are stressful.
yeah, I got to get this assignment in, or I got to do this or that.
Cam says buses with only 2 people closing at McDonald's was a nightmare. Yeah, those.
And here's the thing, the buses would always show up close to closing. So
Oh yeah, it's like McDonald's or Wendy's is the only choice. Better stop there.
yeah, Wendy's the dining room closes at 10, drive-through at 10:30 when I worked there. And a lot of times the buses would pull in at 9:15, 9:30, and they'd all come into the dining room, obviously. And I was like, oh.
Yep.
I saw a meme the other day of a guy, and it's they're smiling, they're looking, and it says your face when a customer goes to grab the door and it's locked and you just locked it.
Do you know how many times I did that? I was a manager for probably 8 years at Wendy's, I think it was.
Whoa, way to flex.
Yeah.
Anyway, and if it was
Kara being Fire Nation, she just used the fire to cook her own fire bending to cook the chicken nuggets.
no, we would see people pull into the parking lot at 9:58, and I would whip out there so fast. I would lock those doors as fast as I possibly could, because I did not want to serve customer. Here's the thing: if they show up at 9:58, they're probably gonna sit inside and eat. And they're going to be in there for 15 minutes, and you need all of that time to vacuum and mop the floors and get everything completely done if you're going to be done on time with everybody else.
Yep.
Was there a fun comment that came through?
Oh well, so we got a couple here. So Brad said he learned how to lucid dream. So when things go wrong like that, I switch it up. That's got to be convenient.
Man, that's sick.
Then Swanky says Dave Thomas ain't got nothing on Kara. Then Brad said, talking about Kara using her Fire Nation powers to cook the stuff, he said, and Jeremy used his breath.
No, so what did Brad say the first time?
Lucid dreaming.
Lucid dreaming. That was one thing I'd heard about in a podcast, and people who can do it. It just blows my mind because you can like realize you're dreaming, and then you can take control and then do whatever you want to do and actually like control your dream.
The worst part about like whether or not it's like like the classic like school homework late thing is like it's like I'm in college and I realize that like I haven't gone to this class all semester and now I need to take the final test type of thing. The big problem with all of these scenarios for me is like even if it's something I don't care about, like working a crappy gas station job, I still don't want to be seen as incompetent.
Right.
And so like that's like this big driving thing. It's like I could give a crap less about having that particular job.
Right.
But if I'm there and I'm doing the work, I want it to be known that I'm doing it correctly.
Right.
And so like the part that always killed me was the part where they're like, you don't know what you're doing type of thing. It's like, you don't know where these cigarettes are.
Well, that was even like working at the AutoZone selling car parts. People come in and they're giving me incorrect information. Oh, come on, if I look it up myself, I'd find it. No, you don't have a 96 Chevy. You actually have a 98. I did not sell you the wrong part. I did not grab you the wrong part. I didn't sell you the wrong part. Mm-hmm. You don't know what you're doing. And the poor women or significant other that get sent by their spouse to like,
just go pick up this part for me.
And they come in and they're completely clueless and they're like, here's what he told me, whatever.
Yeah.
Oh man, that was so frustrating. But the weird dreams that I get, and we'll wrap up on this, is the exterior world will influence my dreams. And that's when I know that I'm dreaming, but I hate it because then I'm aware that I'm going to be waking up soon. So here's a couple things that happen. If I sleep on my side, sometimes my arm will go numb because the way that I'm like leaning on it, it pinches the nerve and my arm goes completely numb. So then I'll have a dream about not having use of that arm. Then I freak out because then it's like, when I wake up, I'm going to have to deal with the dead arm. And I like think about that because then when I wake up, I can't like, I sleep on my arm so long, my fingers will like roll back because they're dead and then my wrist will be limp. And I'm sitting there.
Your arm feels so heavy. Like when you try to,
I hate it.
I do too.
And then there's that minute where the transition between having feeling and not having feeling, that little changeover where everything is super tingly and on fire.
Yep.
It's like,
and you have no grip strength whatsoever.
No grip, you have nothing. That thing. And then alarms. I used to have like a alarm.
You still do.
No,
your alarm is obnoxious on your phone.
I have like 15 alarms, and some of them are music, and some of them are.
I have the Mandalorian theme song.
That would never wake me up.
It's nice. It's just I used to wake up. My alarm used to just be my phone vibrating.
But instead of it being an alarm, I'll be like in snoozy dreamland, and now I'm on a sub, and the sub's going. Yep. Or, like you're in an airplane and then like your wing starts on fire and you have to eject. Or I get these stupid, stressful merges of dream and reality. And that's what chaps my butt.
So Swanky says, I have tinnitus, so I leave the TV on while I'm going to sleep so the ringing doesn't drive me nuts. Lots of times whatever's going on bleeds into my dreams.
Yeah, exactly. 100%.
100%. Like I've definitely had, like, you talk about like outside world influencing, like there's like a primacy thing for me sometimes. Like, not all my dreams are insane dreams of me having to work crappy jobs.
Right.
But, like, if I was watching, like, a murder mystery or something, I'll have a dream about being, like, a homicide investigator. If I want whatever, it's like, whatever the most recent thing that was, like, activating my brain will end up taking over, and that'll be, like, whatever my dream is about.
Right.
So, like, similar to, like, I don't know if I've ever had something where it's like if I was watching it and like started bleeding in or whatever, maybe I suppose, but something like just similar along, sort of like a hybrid of both of those things going on. But I think we're out of time.
We are out of time.
And as such,
who made the last comment?
Swanky says, I could see Brownie as a late 40s crime detective.
I have another fun comment game too. Another thing we can add. We should start having like a leaderboard. We can have a leaderboard. Previous episodes, most comments, and we can have because they did the Pokemon Go raid things. Yeah. We can have the last comment. So next week we'll do a shout out to Swanky for getting the last comment. I mean, the episode's not over.
Yep.
You want to steal Swanky's thunder?
Yeah. So before this screen comes up, whatever the last comment is before that screen comes up, we'll do a shout out next week. Yeah, we'll feature.
There you go.
There we go.
All right, that's a cool idea. All right,
Yeah,
well, so if you've made it this far into the video, congratulations, you've made it to the end of the video. So go ahead and give it a like if you want to see more content like this in the future. We appreciate it. Comment down below with any crazy dream you guys have had.
I just want to say the comments the best day of my life.
Oh my goodness.
You guys are awesome.
Subscribe if you're not already. Ring the notification bell to be notified every time we go live or post a new video. It's fun hanging out with us live. Apparently Chad's going insane. I'm going to keep on stalling for time to see how this is going to go on. Thank you guys so much for watching, and of course,
may the force be with you.